for a long time, I should start a series of sessions for the Dynamics 365 app development. So let's start from today. So this is a Dynamics 365 front end. So functional people work or the business work on this interface. So this application is divided in different modules. So if I look into this module, so here you see for the finance application is divided in account payable, receivable, asset management. You can say audit, budgeting, cash, consolidation, cost management, credit and collection, expense management, fixed assets, general ledger, and supply chain, inventory management. You can see procurement and sourcing. You can see sales and marketing. And here you see the warehouse management. And here you see the transportation management. So they divided the application in different modules. So it's a good question to ask, how this entire development is being done, how this development is being divided, how this is maintained in a D365. So let's look into at the back end. So in order to start with the development, so you need to start this Visual Studio. So let's start this. So this Visual Studio is available here. You can get from the start menu as well. So let's click here. So let's continue with .code. Okay. So let's give a few seconds to it. And what we see here, we see the application layer here. You notice the application explorer here, we see the application object tree. So what that means? That means your application like this is divided in different objects, and those objects are organized in a tree fashion. So this is VBC here. If I right click on this AOT, I see the classic view and I see the model view. Let's go into the classic view. So we see in the classic view what we see. So I see here the data types. So if I expand that, here we see the base enum, the expanded data types, and in the data model we see table, views, queries, and in the code we will able to see the classes. In the interfaces we see the forms. So these are different object types. And if I open the classes, so this is all the classes having the business logic, which is written in these classes, and for the application. Okay, but this is too much. So we want some more organization. So let's look into that. So if I click on this AOT and go to the model view, and here you notice here we see the application platform, and we see the asset leasing. Here we see the calendar. Here we see the cost accounting. As you notice in the front application, you notice there was a cost accounting, credit management, currency, and let's try to look into a few more. Expense management here you notice, financial reporting, and the journal ledger. Okay, so there you see the modules, and here you see it's not the modules. We call these as models. And if I open that model, what we see, interesting. Here we see the same pattern here. So each model is having the data types. The data type is the same, enum. And here you see the data model like tables, code, you will be able to see the classes, user interface, you will be able to see forms, menus, and other stuff, and likewise here. But here, the object, here you will be able to find only those classes which are specific to this journal ledger model. Yeah, it's a good way to organize. So in order to develop some new functionality, so you need to create a new model. So and in that model, all these objects will reside, and your new model will become a part of this AOT, like application object tree. Okay, there is another way to look into these models. So how these models are being implemented if we go one step in behind as well. So if I go to my folder, so I'm going to this directory, and here I see AOS service. If I expand that, and if I go to this package directory, and here you will notice all those the models which you see here, those models are actually the folders. So let's go one of the folders here. You see calendar here. I also see the calendar here, and open one of the model like the cost accounting. So here you see in the cost accounting, I see these things. So if we go to one of the model platforms, so this is the descriptors. And as we move further, we will learn each and everything. So how it look like and what these object means. So behind behind the scene, like these models are being stored in a folder. And when we want to, like, there is like lot of environments, like there is a dev, there is a UAT, there is a pre-production, and then there is a production. So if somebody is doing the development in a dev machine, and then later on somebody want to test it on a UAT, so how that, like, but you're developing, all of your code is on your dev, how that code is being moved to the other environment. So in order to do that, you need to create a, like, a deployable package. So that package is essentially, my understanding is just moving this folder from, copying this, zipping it, and moving it from one environment to another. So in the new environment, it will be placed in this folder, and we've done. That's easy. So this is something Dynamics 365 done. So let's look into this in more detail. So here I see here, so I click on this extension, I go to Dynamics 365. And then I go to this model management. Here I see the create model. So let's create a new model. So I'm naming this as, I'm putting my initial, like Muhammad Sadiq, and I'm saying learning one. Because if I remove this, because I already created this package before learning, so I'm creating learning one. Okay, so that's one thing. And then who is publishing? So you can say, like, the organization name, or you can type your name. So here I'm saying my initial. And here you can put the description. Maybe you're doing this for testing or demo or whatever, and then you click next. Okay, so this is the important thing. So your model, so you created, you gave a name to your model. So your model need to be associated to a package. Okay, so here the system is giving two options. Like, one option is you can add your model in a brand new package. The other option is you can choose the existing package as well. So if I say, like, if I pick this one, what that means? Can I say, like, because you're associating a new model to the existing package, your existing package might be having a model as well, maybe one or more, right? So can I say your package might be containing more than one model? So that's true. So if you click this, and then if you select this, as I said, like this is the package which I already created. So then this package, well, the previously package was created, so will be associated with two models. If I click next, you see this is the behavior. Then the system is asking, do you want to, like, create a new project or not? So let's go back and then see the other option. So if you click a new one, if you pick this one and click next, you will see the different next screen. So let's click this new. So here you need to associate with existing packages. So you need to do the reference with the Dynamics 365 out of the box packages. So let's do that. So mostly we will be like, this is by default, it's selected. And then I would say we need to choose this application foundation. We will look into these models and then see what these model contains, why we need to associate. And if we are not able to associating some model, then the system will be suggesting us to do that at certain point in time, and how we will be doing that. So we will learn that as well as we make some progress. And then this is thing. So this is my practice. Like, whenever I create a new model, I associate with a new model, and then I associate those three packages. That's one thing. Other, if I'm like, if you read this, so this means, like, if previously you created one model package and you just want to do customization, you want to enhance that previous model, and you're creating another to enhance that. So then you can associate. So then your previous package will be containing two models. So let's keep with new this thing. I'm associating this. I click next, and then the system is saying, like, do you want to create a new project? And then it's asking, like, make this my default model for new projects. So what that means? That means your project can refer to multiple models. So one multiple project can be associated with a same model. So that's the system is telling. So let's click next. Then give a name. So I'm giving this as learning 2, and then I click create. So this one is created. So let's look into this. So where my new model is available. So this is in like, you click in one of the model and just click MS. So here you see, like, these are the models which you created. Like, this is previously created. This is we just created. So if I click this and here, so in this model, we don't have anything. And in the previous one, I created one class here. You see that class is available here. But in the model which we just created, we haven't added anything. So if I click this and I go to the code and I go to the classes, I don't see anything here. So that's one thing. And the other, like, if you go to the folders and then if you try to find your MS learning, so here you were able to find that directory here, and here you see like MS Learning, and here the system created all the folders for you. So whatever you create, like whenever you create a new class, that class will be added here. So as of now, we don't have any class, so we don't see anything here. So that's the idea between the model, the package, and the project. And if I go again to my extension and then I click here, and then here I see the deployment. So we can create a deployment package here as well. So if I click this, and then the system is asking me like in that package, in a deployable package should contain which like models. So I can pick these two, or I can select one, I can select the location, and then I can complete it. So those type of things we will be doing in our upcoming session. Thanks for listening, and I will continue like recording such sessions. Thank you. Bye.